Perfect. Okay. Again, good morning. And just overall mobility and flexibility kind of class. Hopefully, it'll be accessible for everybody. But as always, please be respectful, accept your limitations, close your eyes and just feel if there's pain, if there's something that doesn't feel right, just avoid or maybe skip or even modify. See, you don't have to do exactly what I'm showing you, but the idea is to get you into positions that feel, that stretch you, that lubricate you, hydrate you, and get you a little bit of movement um, for our overall health. So we start in our yoga, of course, cross-legged. Like I said, you can prop yourself on a block. You can sit against a wall. If you like a wall, please feel that you're tall. Close your eyes, rest your arms, your hands gently on your lap, and just enter our yoga class, our yoga zone. Just soften your face, lengthen through your spine, feel the sitting bones on the floor or on the prop. Relax your shoulders and face, and just breathe in and breathe out. Just let the breath be the focus. Let the breath enter and let the breath exit. That's all you're going to do, a couple of moments. Please find a rhythm that feels good to you. Please slow everything down. Feel like the breath is your flight, right? Your transportation, your journey to health, to relaxation, to calming the nervous system, permission to slow down, permission to breathe, permission to just be quiet and still. So find the stillness, even though you're moving, you're breathing in and out, you're pretty much still and observing. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head as if there was a string and it's pulling you gently up to the heavens. Keep feeling that sitting bones grounding. Feel the sit bones onto the ground, the gravity pulling you down, shoulders back, and just soften your tongue, soften your lips, soften your face, soften your eyes. Remember, we start like this, we pace ourselves, we enter a moment into transition to our yoga class. All right, when you're finished and you feel that you need to finish your breath or finish the exhale, please do that. And then when you want, flicker your eyes open and welcome yourself back towards the room, towards my voice and the beginning of the yoga. So you're gonna just bring your hands to prayer and open your arms out with the palms up. And then you're gonna bring your hands back to the center. Please try to link your breath with the movement. So let's say we inhale and open, and exhale and we close. Okay, and then open and exhale, bring the hands together and close. Now I'm going to just move the screen a little higher. I'm going to try to bring my arms up to the sky. Okay, so we're here, and then lift your arms up and then open, exhale, and then arms to the heart. So we're just doing kind of moving the arms, waking the energy of the body. Arms go up, maybe the fingers touch, out to the side, awesome, and back to center of your heart. With the hands in the prayer, interlace where it's a funny way or the comfortable way, and stretch forward and up. Go a little bit of side to side. Very good. Bring them forward, maybe to the floor, maybe to your feet, and then up. Get a little bit of a sensation of a little back bend, like a rounding and arching, lifting up. And let's release, arms open, and then back to hands at heart. Open the arms, inhaling, and then rest to the heart, exhaling. One more, up, nice and easy. Very good. And then find the hands towards each other. Interlace the funny way. So switch the pinky side. It feels like a funny interlacing. Fingers feel funny that in yours. Stretch forward and up. Go a little side to side. Lift your waist, lift your ribs. They can be forward, they can be straight, they can be bent. Forward with the arms pressing forward, and then maybe to the floor and forward. So get a little bit of sense of cats and cows. So we're arching, we're rounding, we're breathing. Last time with the arms reaching up, just release out to the sides, palm up and back to center. Awesome. Just rest your hands and start feeling a little bit of counterclockwise or clockwise. So feel your left, feel a little bit of forward, to the right, and feel the back. Okay, if you need to feel like this doesn't work with your block, just go into a little bit of circling here around the pelvis. You can relax your shoulders, relax your face, feel that cats and cows, feel that circling around. Again, hydration, movement, flexibility, just loosening up, okay? Come to center, and then if you went left to center and right, go now to the right, and a little bit forward, and to the left, and back. So don't rush through these, and just feel how it feels, right? Really feel, like notice how it feels in your body, how it feels in your hips, how it feels in your back, in your front, in your pelvis. And then that's really part of yoga, like really noticing what it does and how it feels. Grow nice and tall. Breathe in and out. Keep the right hand. So we're not doing a twist that is very twisty. So right hand, right knee, and left hand behind you. So you're gonna twist very slowly, very slowly. Right hand, right knee, left hand on fingertips. Start turning like 3 times, turning and turning your shoulder back. Hold on with your knee, maybe press the knee, use your hands. And then the last thing is just turning your head towards the back shoulder. Keep lifting, keep twisting. And then slowly return to center. Just take a moment here, and you're going to face the knee that you were turning against, and you're going to just kind of frame that knee. You can have the feet a little bit more together, or wherever you are, just kind of frame and go a tiny bit forward towards that knee. Feel the breath. Don't rush through these. Don't feel like there is a destination of bringing the knee to the floor or anything, or the nose to the knee. And walk back gently, coming up to center. Just look at the legs and see if you can lean back so you can uncross and recross. Where it's comfortable, you can still remain on the blanket. And then we're going to do that twist. So left hand, right? Left hand, same knee. Left hand, and right hand behind you. Start using your hands and your knee, your arms, turn, your shoulders, turn. Take 3 like a little pumping actions to get into a little deeper twist, but no rushing and no forcing anything. Your head turns last. Breathe in and out. Remember, you want to twist with a tall, long spine. Slowly return to center. And imagine you're turning your navel towards the opposite knee. Turn the navel to the left knee. And then walk your hands framing the knee. Maybe walking a little forward. Feeling that wherever you are, you breathe. Feeling that you're not rushing, that you feel maybe your low back. Relax your face, try to not round, try to keep the spine, the neck in line with the rest of your vertebra. Breathe in and out. Walk the hands back in. All right, so how do we get up from here? I'm gonna do some standing, warming up, standing also, and then we'll slowly come back to the floor. So if you have the blocks are great. So let's say you're cross-legged like that, you step one foot, you can go on the other knee, use your blocks to really feel that you're taking little steps to come up, maybe step your foot, use your blocks, tuck your toes in the back, and then come on up gently, rounding up, taking your time to standing. Now when you stand, just take a moment to notice where your feet are, that they're not all over the place, that they're not turning in, that your hips are not kind of like hanging. I want you to really feel that the placement of your feet and your toes is really important. Where are your toes? And then lift them up. Lift all the 10 toes. Lift all the 10 toes. Then round every single toe. Feel the toes, feel the heels. Go a little to the left and to the right. Try to not look down. Try to stay looking forward. Trust yourself. Go a little left and a little right. And then try to maybe reach your arms back and go a little forward. And then arms come to center, maybe reach forward and lean back. It's just a tiny movement. Please be careful. Just feel the weight shifting. Go very slowly. And return to center. Take a moment. Okay, like we did before. Hands at the center. Palms go up. And then lift your arms up. Interlace here. Like we did when we were sitting. Now you're going to come up. Reach up. You're going to soften and bounce your legs a little bit. Soften your legs. 1, 2, 3. All right. Then you're going to keep a soft bend on the legs. You're going to bring your arms forward and you're going to try to bring your arms forward to the knees. And then press up, 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 and reach up again. Release your hands out to the sides and back to prayer. Okay. So bounce your legs a little bit. Okay, interlace the funny way or the other way, reach forward, lift up from your waist, press your feet. So now you're using your legs. Okay, soften your legs a little bit, bouncy, and then reach forward, forward, forward. Bring your arms forward, maybe to the knees, maybe lower, maybe to the floor. Don't force, and then up again, up, 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 up. And then release your hands out and bring your hands to prayer. Soften your legs. Interlace forward. Soften your knees forward and down, or towards the front and towards in front of your knees. And then up again. And then this time, just separate your arms and do a little bit of chair. So your chair can be just a nice tiny squat. Let's reach your fingers. If they want to go forward, that's fine. If you want to go wide, that's fine. If you have the hands down, just go up and down. And then lift up. Stay here, breathe in. Reach all the fingers, lift your belly, press your feet, hands together and lower to the heart. Very simple but effective poses to move your joints, to access movement and breath into the body. One more time with the chair. So bounce your legs, maybe get a little lower, reach your arms forward, and then get a little lower, up and down, 3 times, up and down. And then press your feet, lift your belly, lift your arms, lift your chest, lift your face, get a little back bend. So maybe bring your arms a little behind, lift your chest up to the sky. And then hands together, come to center, and arms center, prayer to the heart. Bring your hands interlace, and this time just bring them behind your head, like that. All right, and then go a little side to side. One elbow up, center, other elbow up. Come back to center and bend your legs and do a little bit of rounding and arching. So bending and elbows forward, round like a cat, and then lift your elbows, a little back bend like a cow. So rounding, bending legs, elbows forward, lift your heart, lift your chest, oh, elbows wide, bend your elbows round, open the heart, back bend, cow shape, last one. And then open, stay nice and tall like we did at the beginning. Go again, side to side, get a little deeper. All right, try to go and maybe gazing up to the sky or to your ceiling, and then switch other side. Very good. Come back to center, release your arms. Come back to a Tadasana moment, Tadasana stance or asana of the mountain. Have your hands facing forward, relax your shoulders and your face. Feet strong, legs strong, belly sensation. Okay, so I'm gonna widen my legs, my stance, maybe comfortable, I don't know, 3 feet. Like that, okay. So I'm gonna do, so turning the toes out, and I'm gonna do like a temple pose or a horse squat or temple or goddess, okay? So you're gonna bring your hands down your legs and maybe to your knees and lower. And then come on up. And then lower, hands go to the knees and slowly come on up. So straightening and bending. Try to not go forward, try to go down. So it's less, if you wanna go lower, just really have your shoulders above your hips. Slowly up. I'm gonna stay where you're comfortable, not too high, not too low, right in the middle, hands on the thighs, and then twist. So bring one shoulder to the opposite knee, and maybe gaze towards your back shoulder. Come on a little bit up and switch. So hand remain on the knee and shoulder, or gaze to your back shoulder, really twist. Let's do about 3 or more of these, really feeling the low back, feeling your arms, your shoulders, really feeling that you feel that you don't have to bring your nose anywhere. My chest is going to the opposite knee. I'm just really also using my head and neck. And then sit a little low, and again, come on up, back to standing. And then turn your toes just a little more straight to the center. Take a breath here. And I'm gonna do just a triangle. So you have your blocks. You're gonna put each block to each side. So it can be on the highest. The legs are still nice and wide. I'm gonna go to my left. So I'm gonna turn my left toes out. My right foot turns just a little bit in. Just a little bit in. So I want you to, before you lean forward, just have your hands on your waist and go with your hips. to the left and to the right. The legs are nice and strong. The legs are pretty much not bending, but you're gonna try to bend the leg we're folding forward if you need to. You can start with that, or you can accommodate if you must. So now, look to the knee we are going to. So look towards the knee, fold a little bit, find the block. Here's the block. And then from here, hands on the block, hand on the knee, hand below the knee, or here, and then turn your chest, turn, 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 turn. So turn the belly, turn your chest, turn the shoulders, and there's your triangle here, really opening the side, legs nice and strong, press your heels, press your toes, open the heart, maybe gaze forward or up. Bring your hand back on your hip, bend the front knee just a little bit, press your legs, inhale, awesome. All right, so take a moment, turn your toes in. Let's step together for a moment, feet together or hips distance. And then have your hands again with your fingers interlaced, and just instead of side to side, just turn. So turn to one side and turn to the other. So your hips turn, that's fine. Hips turn, that's fine. Just turn and turn, side to side. Release your hands out and down. And one more, like those breaths we were doing with the hands facing up. And bring your hands to prayer with your breath, arms up, and then hands to prayer. Just to gather our energy, just to come back to a moment of breath, moment of pausing and feeling, sensing, so we can do the other side. So go easy, step a little wider, as wide as you can. If you're tall, you should be wide, 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 wide. Have your blocks ready. We're gonna go to the right. I'm going to my right. So turn the right toes out. And my toes were out, just bring them in slightly, okay? So I have my block there, right behind the right ankle, okay? So have the hands on the hips for a moment and go a little bit of that hip to the side and to the side. So the hips are now kind of starting even, right? And then you're gonna have a little sense of sending one hip out as you reach towards the right leg. So hip to the left and then you reach to the right. Now turn and look toward the toe. Turn and look. So turn your whole torso and chest. Find your block. You can bring it closer. You can have your fingertips. And then from here, start turning. So you can even bring your hand to the heart, to the chest, or to the shoulder. So you help and aid to turn. So we have the legs strong and the legs are straight. And you create all these triangles that you have the whole shape like a triangle, or below the legs and between your legs and the floor, looking up. You can go a little higher, you can go lower. Feel that you're really stacking your shoulders, stacking your ribs, and feeling the length and strength in your legs and your body. Bend the front leg, the right leg, really press, and then come on out to standing. Toes in, both toes in. You can jump in or step the feet together. Take a moment. And then just bounce a little bit. So bring your hands on your hips and bounce a little bit. And then we'll do a little cats and cows here. So you can bring your hands on your top of your thighs, on your quads, and just round and arch. So tailbone lifts, chest lifts, and then exhale, round like a cat, chin to the chest, really round. Spread your shoulders, and then lift your tail, lift your chest, lift your nose, and then round, cat shape. Nice and slow, nice and easy. See if you want to stay and linger and support whichever one you need. Rounding up like a cat. Squeeze the belly, send the belly in, round your shoulders. Last one, inhale. Coming up with a round spine, rounding, 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 rounding. Come up to standing. Reach your arms up. Let's inhale, reach your arms up. And then this time we'll change it just a little bit. Grab the wrist, right hand. Just grab the opposite wrist and side bending. Really feel your side body, your ribs, your collarbones, and your intercostals. Come back to center, get tall, switch the wrist, and then side lateral stretch. Breathe your side long. Spread the space between your intercostals. Come back to center, hands to center, and lower to the chest. Breathe in and out, relax for your mountain. Breathe in and out. Now, to come down, I'm going to have you widen again. Have the blocks in front this time. Widen your feet again. Toes, pigeon toe a little bit. As wide as you can. So you can keep your hands on your hips. Or maybe you can interlace if you like that. If you can't interlace, you can have a strap here. Okay, so I'm just going to keep my hands on my low back. I'm going to inhale and puff my ribs. And then from here, lengthening my torso and my chest, I start going with my chest and head forward, sending the hips back, chest and head forward, and eventually lower one hand and then the other. And then you have this wide-legged forward fold, just really feeling the inner thighs, holding as much as you need to, relaxing if you want, maybe lowering your blocks, and just really let yourself down here. Again, it's upside down, hips are high. Again, if you want to widen the feet, accommodate the stance. If you need to widen, just make sure you're stable. And then walk your hands just a tiny bit forward. Keep your hips in line in the plane of the legs and the hips. The hips don't move forward. Keep the legs steady, keep the hips above, and just walk your hands and maybe lift on your fingertips, lift your palms up and just fold to the chest to the floor. The arms are framing the ears. If this is difficult, just come back to the first option. This is called like a hammock. Walk your hands closer, please. And we'll try a little bit of squat with the knees wide. Okay, so use your feet, heels in. Walk your feet a little bit closer. And then toes are out, heels are in, and widen the stance. So maybe a squat here. If you can't squat, place the block behind your groin. And then just kind of melt your head, your chest, and just kind of be here. Okay, you can stay a little higher. You can pull a little deeper. You can use your blocks. Couple of blocks under, just knees wide, arms forward, raise your arms. All right, come a little bit forward and very gently, maybe one knee down and then other knee down. So we're on the floor. Just gonna move the, I think I can stay here, okay? Hold two hands and knees. We made it now for hands and knees. You're gonna have your hands spread, the index pointer finger nice and forward, thumbs out. Find that nice tabletop, knees under hips. Start going into this cat and cows again. So now your hands and knees, rounding and arching. And maybe swing the hips a little to the left and look over to the right. And then center and then swing the hips to the right and move over to the left. So it'll swaying and go back and forth. You can start adding a little bit of creativity. You can put your legs into a circle like we did at the beginning. Now you're loosening up again, maybe figure eight. your hips, on the knees now, going sideways, going figure eight, just moving along to a little dance that feels good. You're gonna bend your elbows, release your head. And let's take a momentary child's pose. So just widen the knees, toes together, and you can bring a block for your forehead, for your arms, to rest in your version of a comfortable child's pose. So whatever you need here, you could put blanket between your back of your legs and your calf muscles. These hurts. Sometimes the hips don't go to the heels comfortably. You can stay a little propped up a little higher and rest your forehead or third eye on the block. And then come on back to all fours. I'm just going to do a thread and needle here with a little bit of modification of lengthening one leg out. So come to hands and knees again. And I'm gonna do my right arm. My knees are under my hips. Right arm goes up, right arm up, and then thread the needle. So bring the arm so slowly. Maybe your side cheek goes on the floor. Maybe your right shoulder goes on the floor. Just slide the leg across. The palm is up. And if you feel you're okay, you can bring the left hand up and towards your back. So you're twisting your shoulders, you're on your face. If the head and face don't reach, you can come on the elbow, or you can use a block to get the floor closer to your face, your forehead, your temple, whatever it feels like. Turn away from the floor, turn your shoulders up. And then the modification I'm going to add, you're welcome to do it or not, is if you can bring your hand back in your face for stability, and then see if you can bring your left leg out to the side. So you have one knee down and one leg out to the side. You feel steady, and then you can bring your hand back to your back or your sacrum, and your hand still reaching towards those toes. If this is horrible, you don't like it, just come back slowly, change your mind, come back to that twist on the knee. All right, if your leg is extended, slowly bring it in, knees behind you. Use your hand to slowly make yourself come up in all fours. And then we'll do just a couple cats and cows here to reset your spine, just one or two. Very good. Now, come to neutral, hands and knees, left arm reaches, left arm swings or sweeps under the right, come onto your left shoulder, left cheek, left side of your temple. Use your block underneath, come onto your elbow, maybe your reach, don't force anything. And if you want, you can add the right leg out. It should stay in the same line as the knee or a little bit higher. See how it feels. You can have your toes down. Just feel that. Maybe you bring your arm to the back. Maybe you don't. Maybe you stay on your knees. Maybe you stay lower to the earth. Just really twist away from the floor. Twist away from the floor. Left shoulder, left cheek, left side of your head. Slowly start undoing, returning slowly, hands and knees. Press your hand in front of your face to come out and come back to where we have the hands and knees. All right, so just take a moment. You can sit a little bit like that, or if this is not a happy place, just put your blocks behind. You can tuck your toes, sit on the block, heels behind the sit bones and the heels is great. This is called the hero or virasana. Awesome. All right. So not a very happy place for this one. So forget that. Let's take some lunges. So have your blocks in front if you need them. Just have them just in case, right? It gives you a little bit of space and freedom to work. So you have hands and knees. You can have your hands with no blocks or, right? So step your right foot forward. Make it there. You can go to the side. You can make it to the center. You can help it. Now ground that heel. Really feel that you're almost like pushing the heel down. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the hips towards you, and the legs towards each other, and then coming up, and coming up. Now, from here, I have my right arm forward. Excuse me, right leg forward. So you're gonna bring your arms out, and you're gonna bring the right elbow under, right elbow under. Give yourself, if you want, a hug, or continue for eagle. Okay, so lift your elbows, lift your fingers. If this is too much, you return here. If you can stay here, you're gonna lift your arms and then try to bring your elbows to the knee. And then lift your elbows, lift your fingers. Very good. Maybe you can even bring your elbows in and maybe touch towards the toe. You don't have to, but that's an option. One more, up and down. Maybe you touch the floor. Maybe you touch the right to reach your toes. And then inhale. So we did 3. Awesome. Let's release the arms. Open like a figure W or elbows back and lift your heart. So we'll do one more modification. That's number 2. And then now you're going to try to bring your hands to frame the front foot for that hamstring stretch. So you can bring your blocks underneath your shoulders and swing the hips back. You can stay high. You can walk your heel forward. You can spread your toes and fold or stay as high as you want. Just find the stretch. Breathing here, feeling the back of your leg, feeling the sensation of the stretch, the breath in the shape. I hope you hear my breath so you can feel, really use the breath. Inhale, the exhale to maybe soften the back. Don't force anything. We're gonna add one more thing here, a variation of pyramid, and then we'll switch sides. So you can really use your blocks, really beneficial and wonderful here. You're gonna step the foot down, bring the foot so it's really connected to the earth, tuck your toes in the back, both legs straight and fold for this variation of very wide pyramid. I love that you're not folding, that you have the blocks here. Feel the front of your thigh, feel the front of your hamstring. Don't force anything. You can even go back and forth by go on the tippy toe in the back and go on the heel in the front. Both legs pretty straight. Very good. Now we're gonna very gently step the foot down. The whole foot steps down. Bring the back knee down. Very slowly, controlling. And then last thing here, you're really gonna walk that foot, the right foot in the front out. Even out, like half of the foot out of the mat. And you're gonna come into what we call lizard. So I love the blocks here. You widen your lizard. You can bring your knee back and you can slowly kind of go forward and back, maybe a circle, and maybe eventually come in with your hands on the blocks, maybe one elbow on the block, maybe both, maybe you stay high. This one is determined by your shape, your body. And please, again, don't force anything. You can kind of sway a little bit. You can go a circle here, eventually settle down. You can untuck the toes in the back and feel that that's like a little tail. Again, just let the body breathe. You're really stretching under your groin. Breathe a lot. We won't stay just one more breath and we can do the other side. All right, use your blocks. Please bring the back knee. If it's too far, bring it closer so you can use that support. Use your blocks, use your hands, come back to center and step the right foot back behind. Let's do one cat, one cow. One cat and one cow. All right, if you need to do a little sway, a little bit more, just reset here. All right, so pace yourself for the second side. So I'm just gonna have my blocks. If you want, just to show you, step the other foot forward. So now it's left foot forward. You can bring it from the outside. You can really feel all the points, the triangle of the foot, the toes, the heel, inner arches. Really squeeze the legs, squeeze the hips towards each other, squeeze the belly, and come on up. So changing the leg, left leg is forward, arms out, left elbow under, cross the arms or hug. Of course, this is available. You can do this forward bending inside the leg, right? You can also do the elbows up and the fingers up. You can try to bring your fingers touch the floor. Up, up, up again. And then folding forward. That's the last one. Then coming up and releasing. Opening the elbows. Opening the arms wide. Maybe you bring your elbows towards the back. Maybe you stay here. A little bit of back bend. Please be careful. And then up and to frame the front foot for Ardha Hanumanasana. So you can keep your knee there. We can walk the knee back and lift your leg. Fold into the leg. And take 3 complete inhales and exhales here. Pace yourself. Don't rush. Let the stretch, let the breath guide you, right? Let the breath and the stretch work together. Let the breath be the conduit of getting a little bit more. Don't force anything. Just let time and patience help you with the stretch. All right, nice and gently, please, 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 carefully come on up. Step the foot in a little closer. Walk your blocks more to the front. Tuck your toes in the back. And pyramid, wide pyramid, wide pyramid. So you can go lift your toes in the front, lift your heel in the back. You can also stay steady. You can keep your heel, your toes in the front up. We can both straight. You can widen or have the legs wide. Both toes pretty much straight facing the front. Hips are square. You can stay high. I love the blocks here. Don't force anything. You want not slouching and rounding. We're really extending the front body using the power of our legs. All right, so one more. And very carefully start bending. So you can carefully lower the back knee again. Widen the front foot out a lot. So even half of the foot out. Walk your blocks, maybe you stack them. You can kind of go a little side or circling or a little bit forward and back. Just feel your way into that lizard. You can also perfectly to stay up with your hands on the blocks. If you don't need the blocks, you can stay high. You can also continue a little bit of movement or stay in the lizard. So the toes in the back loosen up. Spread the toes in the back. And then take a moment to breathe, to stretch, to sink a little bit, to surrender your hips, open the groin. Some people even like to lift your sole, lift the bottom of your foot. You can even look under your foot if you like that. That opens the knee a little bit just to show you. It just, the foot is out and they kind of widen the foot so you can lift on the pinky side. If that doesn't work, you keep your hands inside the leg. All right, so coming up gently, please go very slowly. Walk the foot back into the mat. Bring it back. Let's come onto the belly. Bring your arms forward. Elbows and hands forward. One hand on top of the other. Rest your forehead. Relax your legs long. Rest your hips or sway your hips and rest your forehead on this crocodile. So just rest here. Lengthen your legs, soften your hips. Breathe into your belly. Rest your face. Rest your body on this prone position. Just relax. Let you breathe complete inhales and exhales. Breathing in and out. Listen to your breath. Maybe you can take a little scan or check in with your thoughts, see how is that mind of yours, what it's telling you, how it feels, how it breathes, how your body feels on the belly. We're going to come on the elbows just for momentarily, just for feeling a little bit of low back, gentle low back. So slowly peel yourself up onto one elbow, then the other. The arms are straight in front of the shoulders. The fingers are reaching forward for this mild Sphinx pose. Bring your head down. Lift your head up. Bring your head, chin down. Really feel the elbows, right? Pressing you up. And as you lift your heart, lift your head, lift your nose, breathe in. Lengthen your legs. Then turn your head a little right and left. Don't rush, please. You're still working. The arms are really pressing. Rest your head down, chin down. And then inhale up. From here, bring your hands under your shoulders. Please bring your toes. You're going to take a nice, easy child's pose. So maybe lift a little bit enough to maybe have a knees wide or together. And again, forehead or block to rest. Your child's pose just for a moment, then we're going to go on the back. Just breathe here. Imagine that you have lungs behind you. You have the kidneys behind you. Let the kidneys breathe. Let the lungs breathe. And imagine that you're softening your low back and your shoulders. The arms can be to the feet. The head can be lower. The arms can also rest underneath for support, and the arms can be anywhere you like. I'm going to now start coming up and have your strap near you. Just turn around and very gently lower yourself on the mat. All right, before we do anything, just have your legs bent nice and wide and let them just kind of swing side to side. My arms are like they went into cactus. Your arms can also remain on the belly and the chest. Also can be like a T. They also can be forward. Just let the legs soften, let the feet also kind of stretch, the toes, the heels, the arches, your waist, your hip, your armpits. Loosen up here. Now feet on the ground. Find your feet that they're nice and supported, not all over the place, not together comfortably, not too close, not too far away. You're gonna grab the strap. Start with the right leg. So hug the right knee in. It's not gonna make it. Let me go back a little bit. So you're gonna place the strap behind the foot. Maybe on the heel, maybe on the arch, maybe on the toe mounts. I keep missing it. Okay, so I have to definitely go to the screen. Let me see this one here. No. Okay, so you're gonna have the strap and you're gonna go pumping that foot up and down, pushing the strap, bending the knee. Okay, and then just kind of push and bring it in. So use the strap, right, with your arms, lengthen, bend the arms, bring the knee to the chest. So push out and then bring it in. And then push out, bring it in. So if the leg is not straightening, go far, far away, and then bring it in. And then push, bring it in. Now straighten the leg as much as you can, wherever it is, hold. If your head is straining, your neck is straining, please put something behind the head, all right? A block or a blanket. Now see if you can straighten the left leg up long, both legs straight. Wherever it is, just hold the strap, push into the strap, point your toes, heel is pointing up to the sky. Breathe, relax your arms and head and shoulders. Awesome. Great hip stretcher, great hip stabilizer, knee stabilizer. Don't force anything, relax the leg, rebend the leg. That was on the ceiling, rebend the left leg. Release the strap for a moment and then place this foot onto the knee that was bent with your arms open or cactus or overhead. Just go a little side to side. And then just come to one happy baby. So the leg that is on top, uncross it, bring the knee closer to the armpit or to the shoulder, maybe grab the heel. You can go back with the strap, where now the knee is open to the side. Try to keep both hips on the floor and maybe re-straighten the other leg out. So you have one leg long and one knee like a half frog or half squat. If you grab the toe, that's great. If you grab inside the big toe, that's great. You can also grab behind the leg. Rebend the long leg, step it down, and then bring your knee back to center. Give it a sweet hug, nose to knee. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Set the other foot down, widen the legs, and go a little side to side. Soften up the inner legs, the thighs. I had a knot like with this shirt, so if you have anything like ponytails or something, just loosen up so you can be comfortable in your stretches. Keep the right foot bent, bring the legs back into the mat, and we'll start that left leg, bring it in, push it, and again, the leg is far, just kind of pump it in and forward. If you can start bringing it closer, great. Just a couple times, bending, using your strap. Again, support your head. If your head and neck is straining, put something. Eventually, you want to have that leg as straight as possible. Relax your arms, lengthen the other leg forward and down and press it down and feel that right leg coming to the sky, the other leg really grounding, hips are grounding, feel this, breathe in and out. Breathing into the stretch, the hamstring, again, don't force it, if it's over there, that's great. Pointing the toes to your nose and reaching the highest point of your leg would be your heel. Rebend the leg that is on the ground, ground it. Release your strap for a moment and place the ankle on the thigh. Open the hips out, front leg closer, press it out. Breathe here. Relax the hips, the shoulders, the face. Any arm position is great. Flex the top foot. And then with your hand or without the hands, just uncross the top leg. Bring that knee or that leg closer to your ribs or to your shoulder or to your armpit. You can stay here. You can use the strap. You can also bring the hand behind the thigh, hold it. Maybe you can also lengthen the other leg out. So now you have half frog, half squat. The knee is really out to the armpit, to the side ribs. Also, let go of the strap and use the arm inside, grab the big toe. If the other leg is really not happy, just rebend it. You can do half knee bend and half frog or half happy baby. Breathe here. Right, so if your leg is comfortable, you can keep it there, release the other leg, or you can rebend it, and just hug the knee in and put your nose up towards the knee. Let's bring your shoulders down. Let's do a full happy baby. So open the knees, lift your heels, grab behind, use the strap, and then press around the feet, press them down. Try to keep the whole flat back on the ground. Widen your sacrum, widen your knees, lift your heels, flex your toes. If you like something else, you can also kind of straddle with the legs wide and have the strap. If that works for you, try it. Maybe bend, straighten the legs, or just press them out like a wide-legged straddle with the strap. Right, wherever you are, just let the strap go. Please give yourself a knee hug. And then push them with the hands on the knees, push them out. Bring them close. Push them out. Lengthen the arms. Just kind of holding, right? You're holding the knees, your shoulders are down, and then soften the back and move your knees to your chest. Do this a couple more times. And then from here, just go a little side to side. Our final pose will be a twist, both legs. We're going to kind of go slowly towards one side. You can set a block between your legs, you can set a block under your legs. You can also just let the knees go to the side that you're choosing, maybe the right. Try to ground your shoulders. You can bring one hand on the knee, and you can turn away, facing away to the arm that is the left. If your knees are right, the arm opens to the left, both shoulders down. If the knees are staggering, that's fine. If the knees can use a block between the legs, that's fine. You can also do one under, one in between. Just try to have that shoulder down. And when you're doing the twist, maybe sometimes you need to kind of wiggle and adjust so you can breathe here, breathe here. So an opportunity to breathe to your side, opening these intercostals, breathing to the side, really relaxing your hips and your legs, your chest, your shoulders. Twists are very cooling for digestive system. If you need to go to your shavasana, please find your way there. We're going to do the other side and meet you there in a moment. So very gently bring your hands close to the body, bring your feet on the floor, hug yourself again, do a little circle maybe with your legs, knees, hips. And when you're ready, knees come again and then drop them to the other side. Again, you can place a block between, you can place a block under, you can put a blanket under, roll your shoulder on the other arm out, maybe up, maybe closer. So our shoulder is not happy, just find an arm that feels good, the position of the arm. And then ribs open, side body, hips away from shoulder. Arms can be both open, or you can rest your left hand on your top of your thigh, breathing here. Eventually, you're going to find your way gently on your back, spreading your legs out, maybe spreading arms over or to the sides like an X, or closer to your hips. Let the feet turn away wide. Let the hands relax, fingers relax, shoulders relax. Squeeze your hands like fists, squeeze your toes like fists in your toes, squeeze your arms, your legs, your glutes, your belly, your shoulders, and squeeze your face. Everything tense and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze your belly, your glute, your hips, your shoulders, and then soften your face, your arms, your fingers, your toes, your belly, and your hips. Just let them melt and find some blocks, find some blankets, something that lets you feel supported into the part that we call the Shavasana, the final relaxation. Close your eyes if you like that. Soften your face. Allow the breath to again guide you to a softness, a gentleness, a surrendering, and letting go with no effort. Permission to just fly away, let go completely. Let your Shavasana be the best experience of completely um, finding stillness and quiet, not only in your body physically, just stopping everything, but finding some quiet space in the mind, in the emotional part of our bodies, the psychological part of our bodies, and transitioning to just a very peaceful, quiet place. So let the sediment and right the sand just drop and settle down as you just melt on the ground on your mat and completely enter your final relaxation. Please continue resting in peace. Please take as long as you want. It's only been about 4 minutes. So I want you to stay. I'm going to end today's practice. Thanking you so much. When you come out, please come out slowly, start coming out just gently, bringing tiny movements. You know what to do. Don't rush, turn to one side, and then take your time to really come back to the movement, to your life, and to your rest of your day. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And again, with much gratitude and thanking you so much for your presence and your trust as always. And namaste, everybody.